Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Lauren. So this intro is in a little different of a spot today because I'm sitting down and writing a to-do list. I have felt like for honestly months now that I am just running behind on literally every part of my life, YouTube included, and I know you have noticed and I'm sorry about that, but it feels like I just can't catch up on anything. So just a ton of stuff around the house, cleaning, decluttering, decorating, pretty much stuff that's in my usual videos, but maybe a little bit of a different style today because I really just need to check off this to-do list. One of the things being, hold on, I'll show you. Well, you can probably, oh, you can't even see. Up there, there is a picture frame. Oop, that is not filled with a picture. And there are so many frames around my whole entire house like that. This being one of them. This is on a side table in our living room. That is not me and my husband. So there's a lot of frames that I want to get pictures for, just random stuff like that. So let's make the to-do list and get on into it. That is the to-do list. We're gonna get started. Okay, so before doing the laundry, the first thing I had to do was make the bed just so I had a clean surface area. Now I will say, if you are here for bed making tips, I am not your girl. I am horrible at making the bed. Even in decorating videos where I have like throw pillows and I really try, it just never looks right. And honestly, I've just came to the point where whenever we have throw pillows, they end up on the floor. So we just keep the pillows we use on there. So not the prettiest sight, but it did get the job done. I don't want to hear comments about how much laundry this is. I know. So I want to see how long this will actually take me. So it is 3:20. I'll just set a timer. Okay, if you guys are wondering why there is so much laundry, so all weekend my husband was like, we gotta do laundry, and I was like, no, I will do it on Monday, don't worry about it, don't think about it. So that was why there was so much. We were kind of letting it pile up because I was like, don't worry about it, I will do it. Because my husband absolutely hates doing laundry. It's his least favorite chore, and I actually don't mind it. It doesn't bother me at all. However, I've noticed recently that he's the one that always seems to do the laundry. He like gets to it first and he's been taking on that responsibility, but I know how much he doesn't like it. So I wanted to kind of take it off of him. So I've been, since filming this video, setting an alarm on my phone every day, doing a load of laundry, getting it done, trying to take that responsibility off of him without him even asking, just because I know he doesn't like it and it doesn't bother me at all. Okay. It's been 20 minutes. I've actually gotten way more done than I thought I would in 20 minutes. This is kind of inspired by, I saw this girl, and she did this series, I forget which app it was on, but it was called How Long Does It Actually Take? And it was her doing like the smallest tasks that she put off forever, like, oh, cleaning my dishwasher filter. She's like, I've been putting this off for 2 years. Let's see, how long does this actually take? And then she did it and it took 2 minutes. Or she was something like her pantry was stressing her out forever, so she's like, how long does it actually take? And it took 10 minutes, just to like show all these little things or these tasks that all day we're like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then when you do it, it doesn't take long at all. So 20 minutes is kind of long, but I mean, I feel like I got a lot done in 20 minutes and I need it to be done. So my podcast is over. Now I'm going to listen to my book. Okay, that took 44 minutes. Honestly, not bad because that was a lot of laundry. Okay, next thing on the to-do list is my 4-year-old son's room. I'm gonna try to talk fast because I have recorded this a bunch of times and I keep talking for way too long. Okay, now unfortunately I did talk really long once again, so we're gonna try this again to make it really fast. Basically, I'm doing a room makeover in my 4-year-old son's room. He doesn't sleep in here right now. He's in the stage where he thinks it's scary and there's monsters and all of that. So I wanted to give him a little, you know, cheap room makeover so that he felt good in here and he was excited to come in this room. So I got new curtains. I have been looking for bed frames on Facebook Marketplace. I got a new recliner, which I'm gonna be putting in the room in this video. And then in one of my videos earlier this year, I got this cube storage to organize this room because the room was it just had so many toys. And the cube storage has been working for us. However, in that video, I did try to go really cheap and I bought baskets from Home Goods rather than like cubes because it was cheaper, and they ended up just kind of being too small and looking weird. So since then I've put those baskets in the hall closet, and I actually found some cheaper cubes this day at Home. I found the woven ones for $12.99 and the fabric ones for $5.99. So I'm going to be going through kind of reorganizing, setting things up, rearranging the room, bringing the new recliner in, and that's what we're doing in here. So I was thinking about possibly putting a couple stuffed animals or like a bigger toy that he plays with, like some of his school buses or fire trucks in there. And then I also thought about doing books, but let me bring the recliner in here first because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that this way or turn it this way. Okay, we have had this chair in his room. It has just floated from room to room for years. It's just a regular chair. So it's not that comfy. So I'm going to take this out. Bring the recliner in. Oh my goodness. Right now, because we were trying to sleep in here with him, we have this fold out like futon with a queen mattress on it, and then the twin mattress is down here. We're gonna take both of these out and get a new twin bed frame to put the twin mattress on, so all that's gonna be gone. Okay, so this is the recliner that we picked out. It's from the brand Momazing, and it's their Lullapod chair, and this thing is so neat. So I was wanting this as more of like a reading chair in his room to rock him to sleep, to snuggle. However, after having this for a while, I really recommend this if you are a new mom or pregnant. I feel like this would be the most perfect nursery chair, nursery recliner. It is amazing. So the brand Momazing was actually kind enough to sponsor today's video, so I did want to take a second and tell you about some of the features. So this recliner is designed to provide enhanced comfort and relieve pressure on joints for ultimate relaxation. Now, my absolute favorite thing about this recliner is not only does it recline, but it also swivels and rocks. So I feel like it has all of the best features. I am just such a sucker for a chair that rocks. I just find it so soothing. But the recliner is actually a power recliner. So it does come with a remote control, and you can use that to control the reclining as well as the adjustable footrest. But you can also use it to adjust the height of the armrests. So the armrests are really the star of the show here. They have versatile armrests which are ergonomically designed to offer support, relieving pressure, and improving overall comfort. So this is why I say this would be so amazing as a nursery chair. These armrests, not only can they be rotated so you can move them like left to right, but you can also adjust the height. So you can lift them, you can lower them. I feel like this would be amazing if you had a baby and you were, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, whatever. You know how usually you have to prop up pillows or boppies or whatever to get your arms to the right height? I have never seen a recliner like this where you can adjust the height of the armrest. So I just thought that would be perfect. And Look at this phone holder. This to me is the coolest feature I've ever seen on a recliner. So it actually has a phone holder where you can prop your phone up. You could watch movies, videos, you could FaceTime, and there's even a little USB plug-in at the end of the remote so you can charge your phone. And there's also side pockets so you can put like your laptop, your book, whatever you need. I just think this is amazing. We have loved having it in his room. It's perfect for his room. If we had a spot for it in the living room, I would put it in the living room because I feel like this would be so nice to have in there. However, like I said, if you're a new or expecting mom, this seriously I feel like would be the perfect nursery chair. It is just such a family-friendly piece of furniture. So if you guys are interested, I will have it linked in my description, and let's get into the rest of the video. Okay, so I believe I mentioned this before, but we brought this queen bed in here. It was like a little futon fold-out thing from the guest room or the playroom because we wanted to sleep in here with him to make him a little bit more comfortable. So that's gonna actually move, and I've been on the hunt for a new bed frame from Facebook Marketplace, a twin one to put his twin bed on. He was using my 7-year-old's, but it was just big and clunky. It was like a day bed and it was kind of broken. So if I laid on it, it would dip in a little bit. So got rid of that, on the hunt for a new bed frame on Facebook Marketplace. I also have new curtains coming in. So we're gonna continue the rest of this room makeover in a different video. I have a lot of decor that I wanna do, but I'm really happy with the progress we made today. I'm gonna get this tidied up for now so we can move on with the rest of the to-do list. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is gonna be a room makeover, but I'm gonna do it over multiple videos. So I wanted to put some inspiration pictures on the screen. I found these on Pinterest, I love them. I don't think his room will look quite this good. I'm hoping I won't have to paint. I hate painting, but I think it would look so much better if I did paint. And his room will definitely be a little more like kidsy than these pictures because he loves his like characters and his dinosaurs and whatever. I wanted to feel very happy for him, but I love these photos. I love the colors in the photos. So I'm on the hunt on Facebook Marketplace for like a wood toned bed frame. And then I was thinking like this color green on this bed here, I was thinking maybe I could paint the cube storage this green color because I don't really like the white. And I have some denim colored curtains coming in the mail. So it's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited to do that. Okay, this is by no means going to be a pantry makeover, but I need to go through here and get this a little more organized. I'm not even going to give you guys an up-close shot like I normally do because it's embarrassing. It just looks so bad right now, and like we just threw the food in and closed our eyes or something. Now, I do need to go through and throw out like expired stuff, but there's not that much expired stuff. However, for some reason, I'm like the keeper of the bottom of the breads. I do this every time. There's just like the little ends of the breads, and there's probably like 6 of these in here. It's stuff like that where I'm like, Lauren, throw it away. You're making your life harder. Okay, I'm gonna do like a time lapse or something, but we're gonna get that looking a little better. Now, I always listen to audiobooks, and I know I've been telling you guys for a while I've had a hard time finding one that I like. However, I've been listening to Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister, and it's so good. So we're gonna play that, and we're gonna get this done. Okay, fine. You can see the inside of the pantry. I feel like it's more interesting. Just trying to figure out like what would be the most, not what's the cutest, what makes the most sense, what would stay the way it's supposed to the most. So I for sure need to go through the medicine bins, and I feel like I went through them fairly recently, maybe like October, but then we hit sick season and that's when they just get thrown out of order, because when the kids are sick and it's the middle of the night and I'm like frantically looking for medicine, all organization goes out the window. These are from like Dollar Tree years ago and breaking, and they're not see-through, so it's not as easy to find stuff. So I'm gonna put like the important, like need, quickly, Tylenol, Pepto-Bismol, stuff like that in these. So. And all this little stuff that was from like a first aid kit ends up just kind of cluttering the bottom. So I think I'm gonna put that stuff in a Ziploc so that it stays contained. Because it has been useful like every once in a while if I'm like, oh, I don't have a blank, and then I find it, so. Okay, so this is like first aid stuff, and then this is like medicines that we use more often than I might be frantically looking for in the middle of the night, or I can never find these little dosage cups or a thermometer when I need it, so hopefully that can stay like that. And then we have a lot of vitamins too that I'm going to use this one for. I'm gonna go like this though for now. Okay, it looks so much better. We have paper towels, trash bags, all the protein stuff, all the baking stuff, snack stuff, pancakes, oatmeal, like breakfast stuff, medicine, vitamins, rice, tuna packets, pasta stuff, snack, bread, whatever, cans, coffee, and then a ton of foil wrap. My husband gets that free from his job. So that's why we have a ton. I promise I'm not like hoarding that. I feel like Walgreens always has like 50% off. Maybe that's like their thing, like Kohl's. How everything's always on sale. Okay, so I sent myself some pictures, and then I wrote down in my notes like what the sizes were of each frame. So there's a 4x6 photo for my bedroom going this way. So for my bedroom, I know I want to use a picture of me and my husband. Random, but my birthday is coming up. It is on Sunday, this Sunday, May 18th. I will be 33 years old, and I'm excited. So because I have a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and the last, honestly, since I had kids, years, we haven't really done anything for my birthday. Me and my husband will go out to dinner, or we go to like my mom's house and have cake and pizza and stuff, but I haven't had like a solid group of friends here. And I've talked about in other videos how my New Year's resolution for 2024, so for last year, was to make friends. And I joined a gym. I actually made a bunch of friends. I like put myself out there, asked girls in the neighborhood to go on walks with me, like did all that stuff. And I actually have a pretty good group of friends now. So I'm excited because I think this year we're gonna go to like an adult arcade type of place. Me, my friends, their husbands. I think there's gonna be like 11 of us. And yeah, I've just never had like a birthday party, I guess, since having kids. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'd love to know, what are you guys up to this weekend? That just feels like it's too close to the molding though. Huh. Okay, so maybe that means I need to find a frame that's not a square, but like 11 by 14 or something to go here. What about this? No, that's too close. Okay, now I have these two photos. I'm trying to figure out which one I would like better. Whenever I film this side of the room, I just don't like it. I feel like it feels so brown and boring and beige, but I feel like it fits good with the rest of the room because the rest of the room does have pops of color. So I will just show you guys. Sorry, you're on the tripod, so it's gonna be a little shaky. I feel like once I switch out this side table, like find one that I like, and then I add florals, and I'll make it look more fun. But for now, this is kind of the boring area of the living room. Okay, so I am gonna go get some plants. I was thinking of going to like Home Depot or Lowe's, but I actually think I'm gonna go to Walmart because that's where I got my first plant, like the other pothos I was talking about, and it was cheaper. I think they're like $15 at Home Depot, Lowe's, $10 at Walmart. So we're gonna go to Walmart. Okay, so I ended up getting this pothos plant, and then I have thrifted this like a while ago, and I think I'm going to put this in here. Now I need to do some more research because I'm not sure if I need to repot it and get a bigger pot or if it can stay in that one. They're supposed to be really low maintenance, but I need to do a little more research. But for now, I feel like that looks so pretty. Now I have this little area in the kitchen, and I was thinking I can move this and put this plant here. So this is the only snake plant they had at Walmart. So it's a little more expensive because it's $16, but it's supposedly in this self-watering system. Once again, I just have to do a little more research. I'm like, how can I, actually don't know how to get the other pot out of here, but I need to do some more research and figure out if I need to change this to a different pot as well, or if this one will do. But I think that will look really pretty right there. Perfect. And you know what? I have the other pothos that I got a couple weeks ago in our bedroom. I'll put a clip of that right here as well. Okay, the audio might sound a little different because this part's on my phone, but this is the pothos I got a couple weeks ago. Still doing really good. I put it in this thrifted planter. So I have a bunch of like these thrifted items and it fit perfectly. But once again, I'm not sure. I might need to depot it and put it in something bigger. And you guys can let me know down below if you have any experience with that. But yeah, this is thrifted. Also, I wanted to mention, because you might have noticed this in the kitchen as well, I got this book at Goodwill because I thought it was so pretty for like a coffee table book. And almost every time I go to Goodwill, I see the same book over and over again. And I love it so much. So I have like 3 of them now. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, that it made you feel motivated, or you want to check some stuff off your to-do list, or like that girl that I follow, where she said, how long does it actually take? Sometimes you think things are going to take forever and you don't do them, you push them off and it takes 2 minutes. So maybe get up and do something that you have been pushing off right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you liked today's video, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to do that. It's totally free. All it does is make it so my videos show up in your subscription box. And if you want to be notified whenever I post a video, you can hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.